I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. And just a single game trip away from Cleveland for the Cavaliers.
And it's the last time they'll see these guys. A 2-game season series, and after losing that first one, I'd expect them to play with a little extra added motivation.
They want this win bad. Trust me, whether you're playing a team 4 times or just twice, you never want to get swept.
You know, Greg, with a combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
So it's the Spurs now. After the Cavaliers pick up 3, Vassell outside. Wembanyama outside. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You see the poise, you see the patience. The more experience Wemby gets, the better he becomes.
Suggs with the ball. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Launches a 3. Rebound San Antonio. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And it's Vassell in the corner. Outside for Wembanyama. Shot clock at 3. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. They get the rebound. He gets it in there. Wembanyama's got his second bucket of the night.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Jones for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Fox goes in. Wembanyama down low. Down low. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's 6 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
What a pass. What a slam. The rookie, Mr. Castle.
GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. His speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with, no question. BA, thanks. Now here's Embiid. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And here is Fox. After Jalen Suggs made that last 3-pointer. And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox can be so slippery on the drive, making those little adjustments to get by the defense.
Here's Suggs. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. A steal. Here's Barnes. Outside for Wembanyama. A pass to Fox. Here's Barnes. Here's the 3. Good on the triple.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now Embiid. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. In the corner, Okoro with it. 6 to shoot. Cleveland moving it around. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Spurs leading by 6. Barnes the screen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Gafford. Thomas's shot is off. And that does it for the first quarter. Spurs out in front, leading by 6. And the second quarter will...
The Cavaliers. 9.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Spurs?
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
Yeah, they do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Here's Gafford. Second chance shot. Outside for Thomas. Back to Gafford. Good D by Drummond.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Back to Garland. Pass to Drummond. And he lays it straight in.
Hey, that's Drummond. Throwback center who does almost all of his damage inside.
San Antonio leading by 4. Into the lane. Thomas gets a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. Thomas got his first 3 points of the game.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
There's a good screen. Back to Wagner. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Out left to the wing. Now Gafford. Nothing on the board. It's Thomas outside. Rebound Andre Drummond. The Cavaliers trail by 7. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the improvement, RJ, from Garland's dribble drive game has been immense.
Kevin, his confidence when he is ready to attack is next level. He's got great footwork, he's got a great handle. Very few defenders can stay in front of him in a one-on-one situation. The continued evolution of Garland has been fun to watch. Every aspect of his game continues to grow and get stronger and more confident.
For the Cavaliers. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's ready to talk things through with the team. San Antonio leading by 7. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. To the inside. Wembanyama. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Embiid. San Antonio shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. And it became very clear very early, RJ, that Wembanyama is legit and a very Special player, generational.
You never know until those first few games, but it was immediate how different Wemby is going to be. He has already met those lofty expectations that we all had for him.
Wembanyama high post. 10 points for him. Launches from deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Count that one. Suggs has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, strong move by Suggs. It's not allowing the contact to hold him back.
Pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama with the aggressive finish.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Hunter with it. Now, Okoro. Suggs in the corner. And Bede in the corner. Off target with his 3. Spurs leading by 8. And Wembanyama outside. Back to Fox. Stolen by Okoro. Here's Jones. And Jones slams it in.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And Fox gets it to go.
Explosive on the bounce. Fox is just a blur.
Pass to Embiid. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Suggs. Rebounded by Castle. Now, here's Fox. Covered by Okoro. Now, here's Fox. And the layup's good off the glass. Fox has got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's San Antonio with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at them now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wemby is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
In the corner, Okoro with it. Back to Suggs. Poked away. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Spurs leading by 10. And here is Fox. He's got 8. And it's Fox with the jam.
Even though Fox is just 6'3", he's got some hop, showing them off a little bit on that play.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. We know the 90s were a different era, Craig. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. I think we have a beautiful game now.
Outside, Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. The kick out to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Wembanyama, a screen. And another basket for San Antonio.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
And look looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, when a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. Thomas got 5.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, the league recalibrated its emphasis on fouling during last season. Commissioner Adam Silver said there was a sense that offensive players had too much of an advantage, so an adjustment was made. The fans want great offense, but they want players to be allowed to play defense as well. I think that's what we're seeing. Kevin, it's a welcome change.
Welcome indeed, no doubt about it, DA. Thomas with it. 5 points in the game. To the paint. Gafford hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Gafford's got the lead up to 14 now for the Spurs. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And here are the Cavaliers now. In the corner, Drummond with it. Wagner outside.
2 minutes remaining.
To the left side wing. A wide open look here for Garland. And another miss by Cleveland.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Sohan. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Garland with the bucket.
And this is how you can tell Garland's been in the lab. This shot, he just shoots with confidence.
San Antonio leading by 11. Richard, what's an element of the Cleveland Cavaliers team that you really appreciate?
How about their defensive efforts, Kevin? That's what impresses me the most. This squad does a good job of putting pressure on shooters and scraping that glass after a contest.
3-on-3. Pass to Wagner. Fires from deep. Garland, no good. San Antonio with the ball. Thomas with the ball. Now Gafford. Back to Thomas. Inside. Here's Gafford. Good D by Drummond. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. 11-point game. Garland looking it over. Here's Alvarado. And it's off from three-point range. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
It's Thomas on the wing. He's got 5. The high post shot. No good off the front iron.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants to talk to his guy. Here's Hunter. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's the play that...
27.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Spurs leading by 9. Pass to Castle. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. In the corner, it's Hunter. Back to Suggs. Pass to Embiid. Now Suggs. Cavaliers moving the ball around. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And really good habits paying off for Suggs. He's finding shots and drumming up points for his squad.
Here's Fox. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
It's Fox with the drive. Oh, there's the strength training from Wembanyama.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Pass to Embiid. Back to Suggs. Embiid the screen. Now, here's Hunter. Suggs looking around. Count the basket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And so Fox will bring it up for San Antonio. They've led by as many as 14 points. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And he drives in.
And there it is, that speed of Fox, using it on that drive to pick up the foul in the process.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
I like how they've been attacking the lane. It's been beautiful. All game long, they've been successful penetrating and getting offensive production.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Yes, sir. Fighting through the bump. Now trying to finish the three-point play.
Well, a lot of former NBA players have a hard time, RJ, giving credit to current NBA stars. Why do you think that is?
I think so quickly we don't hold next generation to the same standard as prior generations. I don't get into all of that stuff about who is better and who is greater. I just focus on the growth of the game.
Castle misses. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
First team foul.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Driving the lane. Here's Embiid. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Just another thing that makes Embiid unguardable. He can hit shots from any spot on the floor.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Outside, Fox. Driving to the basket. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
I like how Fox ran that two-man game, making the correct decision. I'd like to see that more from him.
Back to Suggs. Pass to Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Okoro wide open. He fires. A three-pointer off the mark. Spurs leading by 10. Here's Vassell. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Vassell's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And this is something Vassell has really improved. Now you have to guard him closely from deep.
Now Suggs. Back to Embiid. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
It's tough to find things to not love about Embiid's game. It's so complete. He's a true two-way player who is a nightmare you have to deal with on both ends. Ooh, you hope that leaving points at the line won't come back to haunt them.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Spurs.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for De'Aaron Fox.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused.